Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Iron Mind, the podcast that's going to blow your mind. I am Adrian, the host of this program, and today we're going to talk about something that is very connected to my world, which is the CrossFit world. But before we keep on rolling, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with your friend. More we have people subscribing, more we have people liking the channel, more I can bring guests with more topic coming on and more explanation and make it even more clear for you. So today we're going to talk about something that's called the quarterfinal, and I'm going to explain to you what is the quarterfinal, because to qualify to the CrossFit game, you have 3 steps before. The first step is the CrossFit Open. The second one is the quarterfinal. The second one is the semifinal. And before the semifinal, so Open and quarterfinal are online. On the Open is the whole wide world trying to qualify to the quarterfinal, and I think they take 25% of the men, 25% of the women to compete in the quarterfinal. And then from there is 30 male, 30 female per region that's going to go to the semifinal. And the semifinal can be done online or can be done to those sanctional. I would say sanctional now because the region doesn't matter anymore. You can be from Europe, but if you want to compete for Oceania, you can. How many regions there is? There is 7 regions. You have Europe, you have North America East, North America West, you have South America, you have Oceania, Africa, and Asia. So you have like different sanctional events around where basically you can go and try to get your spot for the CrossFit game. For example, in Oceania is the top 3 who go, so 3 female, top 3 male who go to the CrossFit game. So very interesting, very, very hard to get there. We are lucky enough this year for the team. They just did the Open, and from the Open you can go to the semifinal, which my team get qualified. We finished 11th in the region of Oceania, and I think, I don't want to say something stupid, something like 68 worldwide, which is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Now let's talk a little bit about the quarterfinal. How is it working? Quarterfinal, we had 4 workouts to do in basically 4 days. You can repeat them as many times as you want, but it's a lot of strategy going on. So if I'm going to describe every single workout, I would tell me my rank in the world, if I finished really good, if I finished really bad, why, and what can I improve for next year and try to qualify to Touring Pro Individual. I have 1 more years before I'm a Masters, so I guess it's my last chance to qualify to Touring Pro next year. So Adrian, you know what you have to do. Work harder, man. Just work a little bit harder. So the first workout was a very, very cool workout for me. A lot of my strength were there. So I'm going to explain to you. The first workout was a time cap, 12 minutes. In those 12 minutes, you have to do 10 shuttle run, so 7.5 shuttle run. So you do there and back is 1 rep. You do 10 rep of that. When you complete your 10 rep of shuttle run, you go for 20 overhead squat with 52 kg for the guys, and for the girls with 39 kg from memory. When you finish your 20 overhead squats, you go for 30 lateral burpees over the bar, and when you finish the first part, you take a 1 minute rest, and after your 1 minute rest, you go back down. So you do 30 burpees, 20 overhead squats, and you finish with your 10 shuttle run. And let me tell you something, guys. If you've never seen how can I say that without being rude to myself? If you never seen a little dwarf running super fast, that was me. I looked like a little troll trying to run. It was ugly as fuck. I looked terrible when I was running. My leg was so cooked. Now on Oceania level, on this workout, I finished 18th, which is all right and decent score. In world-wise, I finished 170th. 70 in the world, which is also pretty good. I did a time of 6:35, and I was pretty happy with that. I repeat this workout twice. First one was 6:50, something like that, and the second time was 6:35. Really happy with this workout. I don't think I have to blush and be disappointed on that. Could have done better, maybe, if I was a little bit faster on my overhead squat. But I managed on my redo, my last one, I managed to do all my overhead squat unbroken with more stability than my first try. So I'm really happy with that. I cannot complain. I am proud of myself by doing this one. And yeah, so I finished basically on this one 18th in Oceania, and world was 170 overall. So that's my first score. Second score, so the second workout was a bar muscle up workout, which it was ward your way. And basically, you have 15 minutes to complete the workout. On those 15 minutes, you have to do a total of 80 hang squat clean with double dumbbell. For the guys, 22.5. For the girls, is 15 kg. And then 40 bar muscle up. Now is ward your way, means you can split it up the way you want. You can do 20 rounds of 4 and 2 and keep on rolling. You can do 40 dumbbell clean and 20 bar muscle up, whatever worked for you. My strategy was a little bit different. I opened up with 16 clean. When I finished my 16 clean, I start doing 5 bar muscle up, 8 clean that I was splitting in 2. So I was doing 4 clean, put the dumbbell down, 4 clean, back to 5. The whole way through. On this workout, I finished in Oceania 54th overall with a time of 8:46. So I was pretty happy with that. World-wise, I finished 369, which is still good, but like when you are a little tiny human being like me, I should have been faster on this one, even if the dumbbell was like very heavy towards the end. So it was very grippy, very middle line. So my core and my middle back was cooked, to be honest with you. But I'm happy with that. You cannot, I could have potentially shaved an extra 20 seconds, which he would have potentially lift me up on the leaderboard, but I focus badly on what workout I should have repeat. But you learn from it. You learn about, okay, next year I would not focus on what I'm not good at. I would try to do very, very, very good at what I'm good at to make some points. So this workout was a fun one. I enjoyed it. A challenging one because you need to have a good strategy. If you open up too big, I think that was the mistake for a lot of people. They open up too big and they blew up. So I'm pretty happy. 54th Oceania and 369 in the world. I take it. Now we have the workout number 3. Workout number 3 was a workout then. Not then I was worried about it. I was more like, okay, it's not my strength here, but I can still do pretty good because the weight is not that heavy. So the workout was very simple. Sorry for you girls. I'm pretty sure I'm going to muck around a little bit the weight. But basically, you have to do 3 round time cap again. I think it was a shorter time cap, maybe 12 minutes from memory. And you need to do basically 3 rounds of 50 double unders. 50 double unders, if you don't know what a double unders is, when you have your skipping rope in your hand and you do 2 turns around your body, that count as 1. So you do 50 double unders following with 10 deadlift. The first weight was 102 for the guys, and I'm pretty sure for the girls was 70 kg, something like that, 71 or 72 kg. So you do 3 rounds, so you do your double unders, 50 dabs, 10 deadlift with this weight 3 times. When you complete your 3 times, you go for 2 rounds, and the double unders stay the same, but the weight increase on your deadlift, so the rep range stay the same, but the weight increase. For the guys was 125 kg, for the girls 83, I think, something like that. You do your 2 rounds, and then you go for the last barbell, and it's only 1 round. Same again, the rep range on the double unders and the deadlift stay the same, so 50 and 10, and you do 143 for the guys, and I think was 102 for the girls. Well, I am not a big boy, and I felt it. And that's where I muck around a little bit too much because, you have your ego pop in here, and you want to do sub 6 or whatnot, or sub 5. So I start the workouts. I tried to be smart. I did my first set unbroken of 10. Then when I've done my second round, I did 6-4, 6-4, and then on the 125, 6-4, 6-4, and then on the 143. 143, when I pick up the bar, well, let me tell you something. I thought I was picking up an old family here. I was like, what the hell is that? I couldn't fucking lift this bar. I lift this bar, but I did 4, 3, and 3. And I was doing a bit of Jefferson curl. So I don't know if you know what a Jefferson curl is, when you roll your spine up and down. That was me on the deadlift. That was terrible. So my strategy was to be conservative on the deadlift, break early, and try to do my set unbroken on the last barbell. And I remember doing my double unders. I was like, be smart, break your double unders here. So I break my double unders, pick up my bar, thinking I was going to do a 10 rep unbroken at 143. Silly Adrian. Tap my hand here. I'm a silly boy. I couldn't. I literally couldn't. I tried. I couldn't. Deadlift never been one of my strengths, but I thought I was getting better this year. Anyway, so a little bit disappointed with this score. I finished. Oceania was 174, which is very far. But world-wise is even more far. It's 1,966. So that kicked me out pretty far from the qualification, maybe to Torian Pro. But hey, you learn. And the mistake I've done, as I say to you, is I repeat this workout twice. So I did this 3 times. Sorry, I did 1 time. I did 6:24, which for me I think is a good score. But I really wanted sub 6 because like any second on a workout like that can make you jump by 100 points. So it means you can be instead of being 174, I would have probably been 74 overall, which is not a bad score, right? But I repeat the workout with a different strategy. I was like, okay, I did the 6-4, 6-4. Now this time I'm doing unbroken and I send it. I give my life 100 on the 100 and then 6-4 on the 125 and pray God to do so good on the 143 and went pretty fast to start. I was like, holy crap, who am I? Who am I? Who is this athlete? Is a weapon. I did 10, 10, 10, fucking send it, tripped a little bit on my dabs, but who cares? Did 6-4. 6-4, I was like, I can't do that. When I pick up my bar 143, I was like, come on, man, believe in yourself. And it was more than a whole family. It was it was a whole family. It was the car with and the house with. They have everything in one barbell. And I was like, oh, whoa. Like that was Jefferson from the start, Jefferson curl. And I did 4 reps, turned my eyes, watched the clock. And I think it was 5:45 when I finished my 4 rep. The time I pick up my barbell for the rep number 5, it was 5:58, and I was like, no, there is no point. So I did 1 deadlift, drop the bar, and lose a little bit my temper. Take my belt, swing the belt out, take my mouth guard, swing it out as well, kick the wall, punch the wall. It's okay. We call that being passionate. I was so passionate. I really thought I can do sub 6. The anger came into my tummy and into my chest, into my head, and I couldn't control it. Anyway, very disappointed, right? I did that I think it was on Monday, very disappointed. The day passed, and instead of going back on the bar muscle up workout, I was like at 6 p.m., 6:30, I was like, I'm repeating the deadlift. So, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian, part 3. Grab the barbell on the deadlift and try to be smart. I was like, this time you cruise, you make your heart rate come down. I did 6 deadlift, 4 deadlift to start from the start. I was like, I like that I'm conservative and I can do a bigger set on my 143. I was holding a 55 second per round, so that was the right strategy. 125, the barbell felt heavy. And then when I start the 143, I watched the clock, it was already 6 minutes. So I repeat this workout 3 times, which I didn't need to because I didn't beat my score anyway. And I could have done probably so much better on the bar muscle up. But it's what you learn. You learn that focusing on your weakness is not what you should do. You will never do really good there, but you could potentially focus on what your strength is and do everything you can to do a top score. And if you do a top score, maybe that would have changed the positioning here. Maybe I would have been top 50 Oceania, which right now I'm top 65. I'm 65th, which is frustrating. But hey, it is what it is. That was workout number 3, guys. On the workout number 4, it was a workout then I have no, how can I say that? I have no pressure. This workout was a time cap 20 minutes. And in 20 minutes, you have to do 1K row. When you finish your 1K row, you do Grace, which is 60 clean and jerk at 43 kg for the girls and 61 kg for the guys. When you finish the 30 clean and jerk, you go for 1K row and you finish with 30 strict handstand push-up. So when you see 2K row, Adrian 5'7", I know Colton Merton's pull at 143 average on a 500-meter base. Well, I wasn't doing that. I was pulling at 154 to start and then come down to a 156 on the second row, which I am fucking stoked about it. I am stoked about it because I'm probably the most average rowers in the whole wide world, but I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna be better with that. I'm gonna, no excuses. I'm gonna work on it, guys. I promise that next year I would be a weapon on the row, and I want people to watch me and be like, oh, he's not gonna do too good on the row, and then boom, I smash everyone, even the big boys. So if you're a big boys and you listen to this podcast, I'm coming for you guys. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna smoke you. Hopefully, I'm gonna smoke you. But what's happened? So I pull on my row 154, 155, 153 to start. When I finished, I was doing my grace, and I think I did my grace around 2 minute 25, which is pretty decent after doing 1K row. I was really happy with that. Then I start with a 2 minute base on my first 500 meters. And then the last 500 meters go down to a 155, 156 and all on that. And then my handstand push up, I break them. I did, from memory, I think I did 15 to 24 to 27 and then to 30. My time was 11:40, which again, very happy with that. And positioning I wasn't too bad. So Oceania positioning, I was 60th in the whole wide world, and 66, sorry, in Oceania, and in the wide world I was 617th. So it's not optimal, but you take it. Now, what was my rank overall? World-wise, I finished 600 in the world, which is not what you hope when you do a competition. And Oceania-wise, that was the disappointment. Finished 66 overall. And when you really think, I was like, oh, maybe this year is my year to qualify to tour in, and you not even close to, is a little slap in the back of your head or telling you, man, work harder. Just work harder. And the lesson I learned in 2026 in the quarterfinal is like, don't focus on your weakness, focus on what you are good at, to do everything you can to be very fucking good at. Because the weakness is, sadly for me, I'm 34 years old next year. Am I going to be the strongest guy on the field? No, I would never be the strongest guy. But can I be the fastest guy on the, I don't know, bar muscle burpees? Yes, I can. I can definitely. I don't need strength for that. I just need conditioning. And I don't think you lose your conditioning until you reach, I don't know, maybe 70 years old. There is a study saying that you start slowing down a lot at 70 years old, but before you lose probably 10 seconds on whatever your 100 meters run or whatnot. So, like you can still be very fit and very fast at 35 years old. So, yeah, that was my ranking. That was the quarterfinal. I didn't qualify to Tour in Pro. I qualify as a team, so I'm still going to go to Tour in Pro as a team, which is Stoke, and I'm really happy about it. I really, really wanted to go as an individual athlete. I guess next year, maybe as a Masters, that can be the chance. I can definitely be there and maybe make it. I would do my best, guys. Hopefully, not having any injury or any little like needles that slow you down on any progress. But that was basically the quarterfinal. So didn't qualify. I'm a little bit disappointed, but we're gonna focus on next year and try to do good and try to be an old man in the big field. So. If you want to follow this adventure, you can follow me on Instagram, Adrian47000. You would have all my training, what I'm doing, if I'm happy with my training, if I'm angry with my training, if my mindset is great towards that. I think by being older, I'm a little bit wiser, which I think is a good thing, because sometimes you beat yourself up. Like I used to, for weeks, talking to myself like a piece of shit, saying I'm so shit, I should stop, which now is a base of 5 minutes of anger, 5 minutes of like, it's okay, you didn't do good, but move on. It's just fucking CrossFit, and that's takes so much pressure off my shoulders. So I'm really happy from the mindset perspective where I became, how do you say that, where I am now. I used to be way harder on myself, and now I'm like, hey, you do good, man. You're 34 years old this year. Fuck, 34. I'm 35 next year. Fuck. Wow. Just slow down time. Slow down is too fast. It's too fast. Next year, I'm a master's. So, hey, I have potentially a chance. Am I going to try to qualify to the CrossFit game? I would give my 2,000% to try to qualify as a master's, because even qualifying at the game as a master's is a fucking sexy experiences. And that was my goal and my dream in life, to qualify once in the CrossFit game, no matter what age group I was. So yeah, if you guys are interested to follow my journey, you can, as I say to you, follow me on Instagram, Adrian, Adrien 47000. Why I call myself Adrian 47000? Basically, 47000 was the postal code of my town in France. So that's what I did, and I think I've got Instagram when I was like maybe 18. So I didn't change it now. I was like, doesn't matter. I keep it like that. That was the episode of today, episode number 11. We talk about CrossFit, the quarterfinal. What was my score, my strategy? What was I disappointed? What was I happy? I hope you learn. I hope you enjoy and knowing my thought around it. Next episode, I went to Chris Williamson show on Sunday night, and Chris Williamson, fuck man, you're a legend, and I hope one day I can potentially have you in a podcast and we can potentially talk about how did you become what you are now? Did you have some struggle? Did you have we can talk about your personal feeling and emotion, but that was an incredible show. So I'm really grateful I went there. And I think the next episode would be talking about all the emotion we've got. So we have different type of emotion. We have happiness, anger, we have scaredness. We have a lot of emotion, and I want to talk about those emotion. And if I can give you a few key to control them, I've done my job, right? I would have done my job. So, guys, I would give you a few key there, a few technique of breathing, technique of meditation that can help you involve and control your emotion a little bit better. Because I think by understanding again your emotion, by controlling them, you can succeed way easier in life instead of putting pressure on yourself in a lot of things. But that was episode number 11. Today we talk about quarterfinal, about CrossFit. I would keep you updated on what we're going to do for Torian Pro, what would be my training towards Torian Pro as a team. But don't forget, guys, episode number 12 would be about your emotion, how to control them, some tools and exercises that can help you improve those emotions and controlling them, even if it's really hard. But I think if you can control them, if you can understand them, you can level up in life 100% in any topic of life. You can be way better at your work. You can be way better in your relationship. You can also be way better in your sport. If you can have like a little bit of help here, I would give my 100%. I would do a lot of study around those emotions and try to even for me have some key and some tools to help me controlling them. So I see you on the next episode, which it would be emotion, how to control them. That would be episode number 12. And don't forget, every time we finish the podcast with build your mind, grow your life, because that's how you became what you became in the best version of yourself. I see you on the next episode, guys, and thank you again for showing up. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friend. Have a good day or good night or whatever. See you soon.